afternoon, everybody. We're at session 2. We are super excited. We're going to do Google Slides today. So last week we published Module 1 and 2, as well as Activity 1 and Module 3 for you. I hope that you had the time to complete Activity 1. If you have not completed Activity 1, then please make some time to complete it as soon as possible, as we don't want you to get behind. And then just a little reminder about what we're going to do in this week. I know it says week 2, but it's overlapping for the weeks. So today we've got our live session on content creation. Then today, Activity 2 will also be published because we want to keep your enthusiasm running and let you start immediately of what you have learned. Then on Monday, we will publish Module 4. I think it will maybe also already be available, Louis, for those people that want to go on. I'm not sure, but it will be there on the latest on Monday. And then just to recap a little bit on our course methodology. It's a self-directed learning. So as you've seen with Module 1, Module 2, the activity, and Module 3, it's rather spaced out and you have enough time to go through all of the modules and read through it and so on. So also on the people that attended the session last Thursday, I gave you the picture in your mind about a house, that we will give you the blueprints, we give you the skills, we give you the materials that you need, and you need to go and build the house. So it's up to you as to how well your house is going to stand and how big your house is, how fancy your house is, and how you want to be able to make your house. So it's all experiential learning, and this will connect with Module 4 as to how you are going to connect this to your class and how you will be able to implement it into your lesson planning, into your daily activities. So now you ask, why Google Slides? We are all used to using PowerPoint, and that you might be very comfortable rather using PowerPoint. And you ask yourself, why do I need to go over to something brand new that I've never worked with before, that I have never used before? So we're going to add, if Louis is okay with that, in the chat, just fill in for me quickly. There will be a poll as to how have you used Google Slides before? Have you never used it before? Do you not even know what it is about? If you can add that to the chat for me, Louis, maybe quick.
Add it, it's live. I've added it, people can just answer quickly.
Oh, a few people actually have never done it before. Oh, you're in for a treat. All right. So if you've never done this before, let me explain to you why this is awesome. Firstly, it's easy to share. It's easy to collaborate. You can, as a group, work on the same document at once. It is cloud-based, which means it goes on Google Drive. It can, it's on the internet, easy to get to share with people, and it's on hand. So there's no more, I lost my USB, I can't have this PowerPoint for my class because the drive, my flash drive is now suddenly corrupted. We all know that, ne? Backup. So it's easy to share. It's easy self-directed learning. So the children will automatically know what you need to do to be able to go on. So it's self-directed. They can independently also do it by themselves. Then it also makes for an improved classroom presentation. How exciting is it if I'm doing my maths and I've got a maths video. I've got examples that has animations that fly in. The children can go on by themselves, and the quiz will tell them yes or no. So it's very empowering, I think, for some learners. So Google Slides might not have all the functions that other programs have. And that is maybe just the reason why we want to use Google Slides, because it's easy to learn. It's easy to use. No struggling with formulas and strange buttons that you have to click. They are all very simple to use. So let's go, and we're going to experience something totally different, totally fun. Now, on module 3, you saw the intro video for Google Slides. So we're going to start by making our own Google slide. Okay, so let me just go out of this one quickly. Okay. So you saw that on your modules, you were working on Google Slides. So now I want to be able to make my own slide. I've got two options. I can either go and type into my Drive, type in slide new, and it is going to give me a new Google slide, an untitled presentation that I'm able to work on. Or if I go to my Google Drive, so I've just opened my Drive here at the top. Let it just load quickly. I'm going to go here where it says, so I think I'm a bit too quick for my screen. But on the Drive, you will see that there's a button that shows new. So if I click on new, I'm able to go down to Google Slides. I click on Google Slides, and it's going to open up a new Google slide for me. Okay, so now when I jump from laptop to laptop, and I sometimes work on my laptop, then I have to go and print something on the school laptops, I have found that the fonts are not always there the same. My whole format is thrown out. Now suddenly things that were on page 1 is now on page 2, and they've cut off all my stuff. So with Google Slides, because it's cloud-based, the fonts that you have when you make the slide on your Drive will be exactly the same when you open it wherever, on any computer, because you're working on the cloud. So let's start quickly. Let me just close this one first. Okay, so I'm starting here is my base. It looks a lot like PowerPoint, but you are going to add a few functions to it. So here at the bottom, you will see I've got some themes. So here you can see I've got all of these different colored, beautiful themes that I'm able to use. If there's a theme that I would like something else, then I'm going to go to import themes. Maybe I want to make one about insects. I want to make one about sharks or something like that. So I'm going to go to, so here is, if I've downloaded my slide, I'm going to show you now. We're going to go to Slide Go to show you. Then here will be my templates that I will be able to take from my Drive and import it now to my slide. So if I don't have anything on my Drive, I need something else. No insects on my Drive, no marine animals. I'm starting something new. Then I'm going to go to Slide Go. This will be a very important one for you, as it gives very nice shows for you, and PowerPoint slides and Google Slides as well for you. So let's go into Slides Go. Make a note somewhere of that. because you're going to use it a lot. Okay. Let me just see. All right. It's opened up now. So here I have lots of different ones that I'm able to use. There's some nice educational ones. There's marketing ones. There's some planners. I can go through a whole range of them. Some of them you will see have a little crown. It means they're premium. So you have to pay for those ones. But I'm going to go to my specific one that I want to use for us is my husband's the oceanographer. So obviously everything that I do is got sea stuff and plants, ocean plants and all those wonderful things. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to click on this one. I want this template about the shark tank. If I want only the free ones that I'm able to download, I can go to licensing and just click on that. It must please filter for me only the free ones, the ones I'm able to use. All right. So everybody now, I've opened up the show that I would like to download, my template. I go to download this template. I say Google Slides. Now it takes me to my drive as I need to go and make a copy. So if I say make a copy, this will now go to my Google Drive. So let's just go there where it's going to open. So when I now go to my slide, I'll go back to this one. I'm going to say import my theme. There's my Shark Tank one that I want, and I'm going to say insert. Okay, so I'm going to click, I want that one, and I'm going to import my theme. Is there any questions as to how we got here? How we go through the process of actually starting a Google slide? Everybody still understands how we get it? Is there any questions?
Daar's geen vrae nie, Marna.
Awesome. Good. So if this theme opens, then what we're going to experience is that it gives us lots of slides that already is made up to in templates. Now, because I don't want to maybe use all of these templates, I see it's taking a little bit long, technology. It takes up a lot of the information that we might not need. We can delete it. All right, let me see if it does not want to open. I'm going to just open another one. Right, let me see if this one opens. All right, so it will open up by you and you will get a list of all the slides. My one, I think, unfortunately, won't open up because internet is not my friend today. Let's see. Can everybody still hear me? I see it's complaining now about internet connectivity. Okay, so here my slide opens up. This will be my front of my slide. This will be my cover page. I'm allowed to change anything that I wish to change on it. Okay, so it'll open up now for us. I'm very sorry that it's taking a little bit, longer. Okay, here we go. Here we start to get some information going. Let's see if it's going to connect now. Okay. So here we go. This is the template you'll see now on the screen. We'll catch up for you now. It will open up and it has got the extra templates and all the things, and I can see how I can connect it. So I can really play with this. If I don't want to have the people at the bottom, I just delete it. Don't have to use it. So what I do is I can add, you'll see now here on the left side, here it starts to go. It has got loads of slides that they give me that I'm able to use. I don't have to use them. I when I work with my Google Slides, I've changed my cover page. Let me go to the one that I've already done. That will be easier for you. Okay, let's go to this one. So I've now deleted all these extra slides. So I click on that one and I say, this is how it looks. I don't like the look of this. I'm rather going to just delete it. I'm going to start over. I'm going to delete this one as well. Sorry, that doesn't look like that on the slide. I've just practiced on that one. But I'm going to start on this one. So now I click. I'm changing this. I would like it to say ocean animals. And they already give me the font. I don't even have to go and search for the font or anything else. So it already comes with all the fonts encrypted into it. But most importantly as well, I need to now change here at the top. I need to rename this file because it can't be copy of, copy of, copy of. So I'm going to change this and I'm going to say Ocean Animals 2 for session 2. So now it's automatically changed. It's saved on my drive. I don't have to stress on with this. So now I've got my first front page, but I want to have another slide, please. So what I do is here at the top, you'll see a plus sign, and then next to it, a drop-down menu. So if I click on my drop-down menu, I will have lots of templates, parts that I'm able to use. So I've got a title page. There will be a percentage or a number page. I've got numbers and text. All of these different pages that I can use as a template. So I'm going to click on my table of content. I'd like to have that as my second page. But again, I don't want all of this information. So I can delete what I wish to delete. So I'm going to start. I'm going to say, let's meet the animals. That will be my heading for that. I don't want all of these percentages, so I'm going to delete all of these ones. I only have 3 animals, so I'm going to delete all of these ones at the bottom as well. Oh, skipped one, sorry. So now I'm going to start here. I'm going to do my animals. So I'm going to do animal 1 will be sharks. Animal 2. Ooh, will be whales. Then I've got animal 3. Will be octopuses. Okay. So I also don't want these ones. I'm going to take them away. Because I'm working with, let's say, grade 1s, I don't want to struggle with having all of this. So for those that don't know, if it gives you a red line under, it means that there has been a spelling mistake. So if I right click on it, it will give me how to fix it. Okay. So now I'd like to have a slide for each animal. So if I just press plus, it's going to duplicate the slide that I had, the table of content with all those blocks. I don't want to have that. I'd like a more clean slide. So I'm going to click. I'm going to go to just the title page. I'm going to choose that one. That's going to be my title page. I'm going to make this animal 1. And that will be my sharks. Now I can either go and I can insert another slide. I can just press the plus because it's going to look the same. So I press plus. I type in animal 2, which was my whales. Then if I don't want to just press the plus, I don't want to type everything again. I'm going to right click on my slide and I'm going to say duplicate the slide for me, please. Now I've got two animal 2s. I don't want animal 2s. I make that a 3 and it is my octopuses. Right. So now when I start my slideshow, I'm going to go there. I've now pressed slideshow at the top, so now I can see my whole presentation. Let me just go back to the front. Okay, so here my presentation starts. I click, I can go to my content page. If I click again, I go to animal 1, I go to animal 2, and I go to animal 3. When I click again, my slideshow stops because I haven't, it's not like PowerPoint, if you click, it goes black and starts over. Now I have to click back all the time to be able to go back to my slide. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to, if I click on animal 1, sharks, I would like to be moved to animal 1, to the sharks page. So how do I link all of this? So what I do is I choose a shape. So I can either go here, insert shape, or I can go insert shape here. I'm going to choose a nice little circle for my animals. I'm going to put it over my content that I want. I don't want it to hide my words. So here at the top, I go to fill. I go to transparent. Now I'm able to see my frame or my shape. I can go and make the line a little bit thicker. I've just moved it where I want it to go. Right. So now it still does nothing. It's just a normal shape. I have to still link the shape. But as soon as this is done, I can Control C, I copy it. I give each of my links or words that I want to link, I give it a shape. Okay. So I have now just created a button. That's what I have now done. So to get from this to my next slide, I'm going to press Control K. So as soon as I type in Control K, it asks me, where would you like to link to? So I want animal 1 sharks to link to slide 3 because that's where my shark page is. So I'm going to link it to slide 3. There it says slide 3 sharks. I click yes, please. Now it's linked. Now, if I click on animal 1, it's going to take me to that, but let's link these ones as well. I press Control K. Whales is slide 4, so let me type in slide 4. I'm going to go to whales. I'm going to link this one to octopus is slide 5. There we go. Now they're all linked. So let's say if I go to my slideshow and I'm going to click on each of my links. So if I click here on animal 1, it's going to take me to animal 1. Let me just go back to the home. Can you see now how we need to add some linkage buttons because we're getting stuck now? Can't go back to the front. I need to now close and start over. But when I go to animal 2, and I click on animal 2, it takes me to whales. When I click on animal 3, it will take me to whales. But what I'd like you to do is, if you forget that you are going to type in what to type, Control K, what you'd like to type. If I click on my shape and I right click my mouse, there I can also click link. Then it will give me the Control K that I'm able to link another picture with. Okay, but now you saw the problem. I got stuck at the end. I couldn't really go back. It doesn't really flow. I had to start over. So I'd like to add a button to be able to go back to my index page. I would like to go to sharks, whales, or wherever I need to go very quickly. So what am I going to do? I'm going to add an icon. Now, if I go to extensions, then I will go to add-ons. Many of you will not have this yet on your slideshow because you haven't set it up yet. I'm going to go to my get add-ons, but I've already downloaded it. I'm going to show you now quick how to download. I'm going to go press my start button. So I'm using a program called Flat Icon. Now let me show you how it works quickly. Flat Icon gives you icons. So if you don't have Flat Icon on your laptop yet, I'm going to go to extensions, add-ons, get add-ons. Then I'm going to go to my apps, my Google apps, where I'm able to download apps. So here is all the different apps I'm able to add or to download. I'm going to type in Flat Icon. There we go. I've already installed it, but if you click on it, just say install and it will be on your Google Slides quick. Okay. So now in my presentation, I'd like to use an arrow. So I'm going to type in there, I would like to use an arrow as a button. Please tell me if I'm going too fast. I will gladly show you again if there are any people who'd like me to show you. We're going to revise a lot of it as we go from slide to slide as well. So here we go through all the arrows that you think you might want to use. If I'd like to use, these arrows are not very beautiful. I want to use a bright color because I'm using with grade 1s. I'm going to add yellow. There's my yellow arrow. I click. I say insert. Now it goes onto my slide. There we go. So I'd like to be able to go back. I want to go back home and I would like to go to the next slide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy. Going to paste. I'm just using the long way. You can Control C, Control V, which I'm going to do with the rest. Just want to show you. I'm going to orientate them, turn them a little bit, flip them over. I'm going to add another one. I'm going to turn it all the way around. Not yet. Okay. Here we've got our arrows now. It's a little bit big, so I'm going to click all of them and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to resize it a little bit and I'm going to move it. So now I'd like to link this one is going to go to the front page. So how do I link? Control K. I'd like it to link to the first slide. That will be slide 1. This one, I would like to link. If it goes to the previous one, the home one and the previous one will be exactly the same link. So let's go the long way. I'm going to say, oh, can I not link from here? Okay, so I'm just going to click on it, Control K. I'm going to link it also to the first slide because this is my first one. I'm going to connect this one to my next slide. Okay, now I want this to be on every slide because I'd like these slides to be able to flow into each other. So I've copied all 3. I've taken went to the next slide. I've Control pasted it. Go to my next slide, paste the arrows as well. Next slide, paste the arrows. Okay. Everybody with me so far? Okay. So now I'd like this one must link not to the first page, because the first page is my ocean animals, is my front page. I don't want it to link to my front page. I want it to link to my index page. So now I can change it. If it's already been linked, it's fine. I go Control K. I take that out. I say, please, can you link for me slide 2? Okay, let's meet the animals. This one, I'd like to be able to go to not the first slide, but also go to the previous one. That will be slide 2. Let's meet the animals. This one, I need to go to the next slide. Okay, so we're going to test that now. That one already says next. I can keep it. This one, I'm also going to change. Let's go quick. It's going to go slide 2. Well, let's meet the animals. This one is now also not going to go to my front. It's going to go to slide 3. It's going to go to my previous slide. So there I can type in previous. I need to link it to my previous slide. That one is going to link to my next slide. So here I can do the last one. This one must link not to that slide. It has to link also to the previous slide. There's previous slide. This one I need to link to slide 2. Let's meet the animals. And this one is, I might take away because I can't go on anyway. Okay, let's test it. Let's go to this slide. Let's see if it does flow. Right, so here I'm going to say, I'd like to go to the next one. That was my ocean animals. So this one did not link to the first page. I'd rather have it link to my first animal. So now let's go back. So if I click this one, I go to ocean animals and so on. Let's go to animals. I'd like to, from here, go back home. Now it's easier. I click on my sharks. I need to go to the next slide, animals, or I can go back to sharks. Now it flows better. I need to go to whales. I need to go to the octopus, and then I would like to go home, please. So that makes your whole slide flow more to where it needs to go. But now that I've linked a lot of my things, I'd like to put in some pictures. Now, I've got a few options. Yes.
Kan ek jou gou nie rede val? Daar is 2 mense wat vra het. Asseblief, so ek gaan net
Ja, vra gerus.
Ek gaan gou net hulle mic aan, dan kan hulle gou vra. Ek gaan eers met liedjie begin.
They just have to remember to enable their own mic after you've allowed it as well.
Ek het nou vir Lietjie unmute, so sy moet dit haarself ook unmute nou.
Miss Lietjie, you can ask your question. Okay, let me go on until she's ready. If that's
Yvonne,
okay.
Do you have a question, Yvonne? You also just have to enable your microphone, the little mic with the stripe through it. Just click it once.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Hello. I'm getting confused in the linking. Yeah, Control K. How do you go to Control K? Something like that.
If I click on the shape, let's say.
You go to the shape and then.
I've clicked on the shape. Then I go on my keyboard. Then,
Ah,
and then on your keyboard, you've got a button that says Control in your right-hand corner. So if I hold Control in and I simultaneously press the K button,
oh, okay, okay.
then it opens up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But if you are, it's not, Google Slides is very difficult to do on your phone. You'll have to rather do it on a computer so you've got a nice big screen. But like I say, if you can't remember Control K or you're not with a nice keyboard, right click and just say link. That will also take you to where you can link the slides. Does that answer your question?
Okay, thank you so much.
Awesome. Have we got Miss Licky on now or not yet? Licky, you can decide, you can copy one arrow at a time if you wish. You can copy same time also if you wish. But the link that you have in your master arrows, if I can say, like you have your on slide 1, you might have all your 3 arrows already linked. But if I copy those 3 arrows, they will stay linked to whatever I have asked them to link on. So if they're not linked to the correct slides, then they will always take you to the wrong slides that you have copied them to do. But I can individually change them. So if I'm on slide 3, 5, for example, I'm able to move them separately and put them wherever I like. I have to set up the link if I'd like it to change. You can go previously and next if you want to, but I prefer to make sure the links all fit to specific slides. Then I know it flows better. If that will help you a little bit. Is there any other questions?
Nee, Marna, ons is nou reg, dankie.
All right. I like it that the people are asking questions. I absolutely love it. All right. And remember, there's no silly questions. If a question is a question. Yeah, we're all learning together. And I love it. All right. So now I would like to add some pictures. I'm going to go here. I've got a few options as well. I'm going to insert picture. So if I insert image, I can either go from my computer, from the web, Drive, by URL, or I can use my laptop to take a photo. So I'm going to go and I'm going to say, firstly, I'm going to upload from the web. So let's take this one. And what is nice from Google Slides, it already opens up in the same browser. You don't have to go somewhere else and somewhere else and somewhere else. So here on the right, it opens up. I'd like to have sharks, because I'm starting with my slide with my sharks. So let's say we take a beautiful one. All sharks are beautiful. Don't let people tell you otherwise. Let's take this one. I'm going to say insert. There I've got my picture that I want that must go under. But what I can also do is I don't want the whole block. I just want to crop it. I want to make it nice for the kids. So here at the top, I'm choosing cropping. I can crop according to a shape. So I'm going to take my shark and I'm going to crop it into a circle. Now I can decide if I want to make the outside border line a little bit thicker. I can even change the line color. I'd like to make it white. I'm going to resize it a little bit. Okay. I can, if I want to, rather link my picture to my next slide. If you don't want to link animals, you rather want to link your picture, then do so. When I press Control K on my picture, I can link it immediately. You can link both if you feel you would like to. Then I can add all my different animals that I want from my web. When I want to go and I want to add a picture of whales, I can maybe say insert. Let's see, Let me go to this one first. I'm going to search some whales. I hope this is going to work. It did not want to work with me this morning. So let's see if it gives us some information. I'd like to have that picture. Just check if your picture is licensed, then they might not let you copy the link address to it. So if I right click, I'm going to say copy the link address. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my slide. Oh, now I must check which one was my slide. Oh, here we go. I'm going to add it here and say insert image by URL. I paste that link that I had in my clip box. I go there. Let's see if it picks it up. All right, on my computer, it still doesn't want to do that. I'm not sure if my ad blocker is blocking me from doing that. But if I put in the address, it will read the picture and you can say, okay, insert the image and it will give you the picture. Okay. What I can also do to add another picture is I go to my images. I say upload from my computer and I can go to my clip art and I can go and choose all the photos and the pictures that I would like to use. That is my other option. So now when I go to slide 1 with my sharks, let me just insert some of my pictures. I'd like to show the children things about sharks. So I've downloaded some PNG files. For those of you who might not know it, the difference between a JPEG file and a PNG, I call it a PNG file, but it's a PNG file, is that a JPEG has all the background or everything included, where a PNG file is already done without the background. So it's easier to incorporate into programs that I would like to use. It does not show the background at all. I hope I haven't clicked too many now. So when I'm busy downloading putting up my pictures, I'd like to type some information into my pictures as well. So there's my sharks. Let me just make them a little bit smaller. Oh, that just shows everybody now. Sorry. See if I can take one at a time. There we go. So there I've got one shark. That's my black tip reef shark. I'm going to put my great white on that side. And I'm going to put my hammerhead shark on this side. Right. Now I want to tell the children what the different species of shark is. So to insert a text box, I go there at the top to text box. And I can draw a little text box. So now I'd like to have that one as the great white shark. I can, like I do with all my Word and all those kind of programs, I can change the font. Let's make it to that. I'd like to make it a little bit bigger, so I'm plussing my font size. Now I like this one. I'm going to copy it, Control-C. And I'm going to Control-V paste it. I'm going to add this one as my hammerhead shark. And I'm going to add this one as my reef shark.
Sorry, Mara, I'm just explaining. If you want to get the URL for a picture, when you search for it in Google, I don't know if you still have the tab open with the images of whales that you searched for. Then you have to actually click on an image on the left-hand side, and the right-hand side it pops up, then right-click and copy link.
Okay, so I've clicked on this. I've clicked on this one now, for example. That picture name.
Yes, right click.
So if I right click on this one.
And say copy image address.
Okay, let me see quickly. I think what I did is I did the link address instead of the copy, the one. So let's see quickly, insert image by URL. All right.
There you go.
So it's the image. What is it? The image picture, the image address, not the link address, the image address. Okay, so perfect. Now I understand why it kept bothering me the whole time, because I was clicking the wrong thing. Thank you very much, Louis. All right, so if you click on your copy image address, then it will give you the link. Copy the link by URL, and it copies your image for you. And then I can also crop this one however I like. I can maybe make this one into a triangle if I wish, which is not a good option because it doesn't work. So check your pictures before you link anything for the kids. There we go. For consistency, let me just fix this one as well quickly. There we go. Right, and then I can do the last one as well. Thank you very much, Louis. Okay. So now I've put up my 3 animals, but I don't want them to be just there all the time. I would like them to please appear bit by bit as I need them. So when the children click, they have to transition. So I'm going to click on my image. Right at the top, you can see animate. So if I press animate, there it gives me the slide transition, which is going to change my how my one slide goes to the next slide, like we use in PowerPoint. But here it says object animation. So here it says on my shark, if it's going to just appear when I click. I don't want it to appear. I'd like it to fade in at medium pace. And that's my shark. So if I press play, it's going to show me quickly how that picture is going to work. Don't worry, your screen is going to become black. So when I click, my shark slowly appears at the great white shark picture. Then I can press stop, so I can go on. The hammerhead shark, I've clicked it. You have to click the picture first. So it will pick up the picture here. Then I say, I'd like to also let it fade in. Where's my shark now? Oh, please, sorry. Press add animation to go to the next one. So I have this one. I press add animation. Now it takes my shark. Right, I apologize for that one. So now I've got my shark. I'd also like it to fade in when I click. Make it medium. Right, we're going to test it now. I click on my shark. I say plus animation. I'd like for it to also fade in at a lower pace. This one, if you click by accident and you've got too many, like I've got here, just press on it and press the delete button. So let's see if we play it, how the transition goes. So this will be nice if I ask the children, do you know how a hammerhead shark looks? Do you know how a great white shark looks? That's how it looks, and that's how it looks. So that will be my transition from the one to the other. When I'd like to have my slide transitions, I can say here, I would have, oh, I have to stop this first, otherwise I won't be able to edit anything. I'd like my slide to slide from left to right, and I'm going to apply this to all my slides. So then, what the fun part is about this is, and it is something that I am going to use a lot, and I promise you, you will also be able to use it. I'm going to go to my next slide, and I'm going to insert a text box. And I'm going to type in some of my information I want about whales. So I'm going to type whales are mammals. Sorry. My fingers are very cold today. Then they give birth to live babies. Another fact that I'd like to teach the kids is they breathe air. And that the blue whale is the biggest animal in the world. Okay. I'd like to do that. So now I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. I don't have to click plus all the time. I can also click in the number and type in something. Not that. It's type over. I'd like to, let's just go to 28. All my stuff now gone. Let's just get it back quickly. It doesn't want to bring all my stuff back. Okay, I think I'm too quick. Right, so I can, when I get here, I can click on my font size and I can type in the specific number that I wish to have. Okay? And then it will be able to, I can change the font. I can put a border around it. There we go. Back to normal. So I'm going to select all of it. I'm going to type in 28. This time I'll type it slow. I'm going to change the spacing of my, where we go, here we go. Type in the spacing. I'd like my sentences to just go like that. All right. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So now when I go to animate, it's already up here. I'm going to say add animation, like I did with my shark pictures, and I'm going to click by paragraph. So these will appear if I click by paragraph. So just to show you a little bit how it works, let me press play. So now each sentence comes by itself. So that will be easier for the children to read each sentence bit by bit. That was a very big wow moment for me when I realized Google Slides can do this. I was very impressed. Okay. Let me go to the next one. I see it is almost 4 o'clock and I know people have got load shedding soon. So let me see if I can show you this very important part of my slide as well. Let me just stop that one. Then when I get here, I am also able to add videos to my program. So I'm going to insert video. What's nice about Google Slides is that it takes you to YouTube immediately. So I want the kids to do octopus facts for kids. So I'm going to choose this video and I'm going to say insert. So here I've got my video that's going to open up on my slide. I can make it nice and big. Just don't let it go over your arrows. Right. But now there's parts of this video that I don't really want. I think it's a bit too long. I'd like it to only start, not go into 5 minutes like it is now. I'd like it to go a little bit shorter. So here you can see it's going to play on your right-hand side, and I'm able to see what I have.
In this video, we are going to learn about some of the most fascinating creatures of the sea, octopuses. Special thanks to Aiden for this video suggestion.
Okay, so now I see I only start basically at 0:20. So I'm going to change this and I'm going to say I rather have it just start there. And it's 5 minutes. I can't have 5 minutes. If I go all the way through, I see it's a nice video. I think I'm going to stop it there. 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Then I change. 4 minutes and 12 seconds. And that's going to now be my time. So when I press play, my video is not going to start right at the beginning. It's going to start where I've asked it to be able to start. Any questions about adding videos, the transitions, adding pictures, and so on so far?
Nee, maar nou geen vrae nie.
Okay, please let me know if I'm going too fast. Okay. Another thing that I'd like you to also, what we're going to add is a website link. So I'm going to go back. I'm done here with my videos. I'm happy with my videos. Please go and play around with the buttons. Open up a practice one. Press every single button. Check how does every transition go. Press play, press stop, play. Because this is so much fun. We're only showing you the tip of the iceberg in Google Slides. So now I'd like to add a website link. So I'm going to press insert. Oh, let's go to my, we're going to keep to the octopus. Insert. I don't want to insert an image. I want to again go to my flat icon. So I go to extensions. Now I've downloaded it, so I can press start. Remember, you can add QR codes. You can add songs. You can add photos linked to somewhere else, whatever you wish that you would like to link. So here I've already chosen my button. This looks like a nice, cute one. I'm going to add that button in my slide that's going to take me to my website. So there we go. Got to add it there. Remember, it's not linked yet. So it's just sitting there doing nothing. So I'm going to take my text box. I want the kids to be able to click me. So I type in click me. Let's just make it a little bit smaller. I'd like to change the color. It's going to change this one. Let's say to red. Oh, it's changed my frame to red. Sorry. I'm going to take that one. I'd rather say no frame, transparent. And I'm going to change my color here to red. And I'm going to make it bold. Nicely highlighted for the kids. They know where to go. But it's not linked yet. So what I need to do is I need to go onto the internet. I'm going to type in octopus facts for kids. Please check your websites before you just click, that you actually know where it's going to and what is on that website. So when I've opened up, I'd like this website to go. I'm going to click on the address at the top and I'm going to say copy. If I go back to my slide, I'm going to say insert. Oh, sorry, not insert. I'm going to link. So I'm going to go Control K. I'm going to paste my website link and I'm going to say apply. So now when I click on click me, it's going to go to my website. So let's go to the beginning and let's see quickly how all my things have now worked together. Right, ocean animals. So here I've got my sharks. I'm going to press on sharks. I click for each shark to appear. I want to go back to my info page. I go to Wales. Here, I read my sentences for Wales. I can go to my next slide, which is my octopus. There's my video. That is automatically going to play from 0-20 where I've asked it to play.
Octopuses are sea creatures with soft bodies and 8 arms.
Okay, now I'd like the kids to learn some extra. So please click me and the website opens up for the kids to go to and to go learn more about their specific website. Now, I don't have to have just little circles and so on. If I want to put a big octopus picture there and I say click on the octopus, I can do so. One thing that I would do for my kids that have maybe never done this before is I would also insert, let's say, a pointing hand. Let's just go to my flat icon. Oh, my word, it's probably my spelling. Let's go to hand. I'd like to add a little finger here. Let's choose a nice one. It's a little nice blue one. So here's my hand. I'm going to put it there for the kids and I'm going to say, you have to click. So everywhere the kids need to click, I'm going to put my hand in to show the children where they need to be able to click. Right. Louis, just let me know, do you think I missed anything? There's so much more that you can do. Seriously, guys, it's mind-boggling how much stuff you can do on Google Slides, but this is totally the basics. So I don't know if there's any questions. Louis, Ami, anything that you think I left out?
No comments. People are just saying it's super cool. I agree. And I'm looking at the rubric for activity 2. Slide as animations, as transitions, index page, navigation bar. So you can go to next slide, previous slide, table of contents. The site uses varied context. You have some video and music and shapes. Uses embedded links, more than 5 slides. There is a theme applied and it's creative, and that will give you full marks. So no, I think you've covered everything. Thank you.
Okay. Tell me, Louis, is the rubric already on the Google Classroom?
Yes, there is a rubric that is already published with activity 2 that's published on the class group and
I've opened
also
the
some
classroom now, I
slides.
see.
Yeah.
Okay, I've opened the classroom now. There's the instructions on activity 2 in your classroom. There's everything there. There you will see your rubric. So it counts 10 points. So here your slide must have animations. That's my sharks flowing in, or maybe a flower twirling, or a little bee flying to the flower, something like that. Slide has transitions. Is it moving? Is it flipping around? The slide has an index page like I did now, topic 1, which was animals 1, topic 2, animal 2, and so on. Then my slide has navigation bars. That means that's my arrows. Can it go home? Does it go left, right, next slide, previous slide, so on? Have you got some videos in, some music, some shapes? If you go by insert, you'll see there you can add videos, audio files, all those kind of things. Have you got website links, embedded links to different URLs or different sites like that? And then your slide has to have more than 5 slides, or your show. And then it must make or be an overall theme. If I can give you some advice, if you'd like to choose life skills or a science theme or a phonics theme, just to start with, just to get your feet wet, and then you can go crazy. So, and then the slide has to be creative. So when I've done now my whole slide, I'm not sure if the transitions actually showed up on the slide. But what happens? I have to test, test. So go press slideshow, test it. Press slideshow, test it. Okay. So just a little bit before we go, I want to show you a different way that you can also, we'll be able to put it on the Google Slides as well. Just remember, I've only made it as a general copy. So there's lots of stuff that you could add extra to it as well. And what's fun is in the classroom, Google Classroom, there's a Google Drive. And in that Google Drive, you are able to put your slides in. You're going to, anyway, whatever you assign as a test on Google Slides is going to go to the Drive. So add it onto the Drive. Everybody can go and see and have fun. But be creative. Just remember, we're all only starting out now. It's absolutely fun. So this is something that I did with my kids, my grade 1s actually. We've opened it up on the Kindle. This is only 2 slides long. I didn't make it complicated for them. It's my math quiz. So I've clicked on my button 1. My button 1 is being sent to a website. Here I've got my website. My kids play with the 100 block. I asked them, take your blue, count for me in ones. So everybody does activity 1 for me. Right. Then they close it. Right. I've done activity 1. Can you go and do activity 3 for me? Then it opens up on a new game. So I can link every single button onto something new if I wish. So that was my math quiz that I wrote for the kids. It's only 1 slide. And what I did is I linked my buttons to go somewhere else. Same with home language. I've taken a home language slide. I've taken my 1-pager. As you can see on the right, only got 1 page. I've added the background to it to make it look like a little store. And the internet is wonderful for collecting all of these things. Each book label goes somewhere else. So I've got birthday. If I click on the word birthday, it takes me to the story of the DBE book, page 2. Book 2, page 36 has got my story, so my children can now read. If I'd like, I can add some questions to it. Then, for example, this one takes me to sight words. I can even have my online ebook library as part of this. And here's my sight words that I'm able to read with them, and they can practice that so long. So those are my different ways that I'm able to use Google Slides as not a big presentation, but as a normal small 1-page as well. But for your assessment and your activity, you will have to have a 5-slide one. And like Louis said, make it relevant. Take something that you've done before, or that you either have done before or that you are busy with now. A theme that you can actually go and test in your class. Test it before you load it. How much fun is that going to be for the kids? But one of the things that we want you to also understand, do not go for the wow effect all the time. The kids must not go wow all the time, because then it becomes a circus. We're bringing in a new pony and we're bringing in a new elephant and new jumpers and jugglers and whatever. The Google Slides is not a character in a circus. It is a tool for your children to be able to build confidence, be able to do the assessments and to do activities where they are it's only them. The whole class is not listening necessarily. They can do it by themselves. It's colorful, it's creative, it expands their horizons. That's what the Google Slide is for. So don't always think, oh, this is going to be boring for the kids because there's no fireworks going off. It does not have to be. It is a function and it is a tool that we can make creative. Your kids are going to be excited, very excited most of the time, but it doesn't have to be crazy and wow all the time. So I hope you guys understand that, and make it fun. Do something that you like. Then module 4 is going to say how you can incorporate it in your class. We will then later on give you as soon as we start to collaborate, we were going to give you the names of the people that's going to be in your group, that's going to do the Google slide together. So just quickly, something that I want to show you. If I open up, let me just go to this. If I open up here, my Google slide, and I press there, I can share somewhere, here it says, I can share it. So if I press share and I want to share it to my other grade 1 teacher that I know is going to use this, I can put in her email address or I can send her the link, and she's able to, I make her an editor. She's able to change this for her class, or she's able to translate it for her class. So if she's Afrikaans. So the document is still going to be there. If she wants to make a copy on her own drive, she's more than welcome to do so. If we'd like to have an Afrikaans English copy, then we just make a second copy. So that is basically it for us for Google Slides. I see it's a little bit after 4 already, but I think you guys understand that there's so much more. I can keep you busy for hours, but we're not going to. But I'd like you guys to please ask some questions during this time that you have to do it now. Put in your ideas, share on the Google Drive, share on the classroom. Listen, I found this amazing thing. One of the things that you can add that I didn't mention now is annotate.net, and that we're going to do in our next live session. I promise I will show you that. It's a very interesting one where I'm able to physically write on my slides. I don't want to rush it, but I'm going to show you that to you in the next slide. Louis, I'm going to put you on the spot. I don't know if it's possible. If you can do us a poll, make us a poll quickly just to say, I'm feeling more confident about Google Slides, or I'm still going to struggle, or I still don't understand, or I think I got this. If it's possible for you to do something like that, I just want to see if people are understood what I wanted to say, if possible. Is Louis still with us? I know it's load shedding 4 o'clock. Okay, let's do it like this. Please put in the chat box. Just if you are eager, if you understand Google Slides, if you are ready to go. I've given you the blueprints. I've given you the skills. I've given you the materials.
That's the poll.
Thank you, Louis. I see you put it. Thank you very much. Thank you that I can put you on the spot. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. So I feel confident about doing Google Slides now. I will have to watch the recording again and go watch it again. I go watch it many times because I might forget certain things. So please go watch it again. And you have to also Google it, because there are so many extra things. There's so many templates. There's so many fun ideas of people that are willing to share their slides. So go and Google it. Watch the recording 25 times if you need to. Watch the recording and do it step by step on your computer. That worked for me. If I watched it apart, then I paused. Then I did it. Then I went back, I played it a bit, I paused. And so I went on with doing it bit by bit. So do it bit by bit. Go Google it. If you have got some fun ideas for us, let us also know. So that's it for me. The register is posted in the chat already. Please make sure you have it. And please, if there are people who did not do activity 1 yet, we don't want you to get stuck and not be able to get a certificate and complete the course. It's not a big test. You can still complete it. It's not going to block you, if I'm correct, Louis. The people that missed it can still go do the activity 1.
Yep, they can still do it. I have put in a due date for it, but you can submit it late. It's just better if you don't.
Yeah, it's going to say late next to your name. So please don't be late. If you've registered later, you are more than welcome to catch up. For the people who are new now on the Google Classroom, hope you are on the Google Classroom already. If I go to classwork, you will see the stream here. Everybody post I love Ami's pic. Everything is posted for you, the links, everything you need. When I go to classwork, here you will see all the recordings. Last week's recording is there. Thank you, Louis, for making it so beautiful. Then all the modules, there's the assessment. Here is activity 2, module 4 already for you. And on my one, you can see the rest, but in yours, it won't be there. So please go here. We are able to see who is in the classroom and also able to see on the classroom who have handed in their activity already. So if you're in the session and you see, oops, it still says missing, maybe there was a mistake when you tried to submit it, please let us know. If you have not submitted it yet, so we can help you if there's a problem with it. Yes, please let us know and we will gladly help you.
We
So
will. Magna,
that's it for me.
thank you.
Thank you,
I'm also
Ami and
gonna
Louis.
stop the recording.
You're more than welcome to. Thank you, everybody, and good luck. And